Hello there, this is VoiceOver Steve of Mac84. This is going to be a pretty unedited look at the VCF East Swap Meet that took place in Wall, New Jersey on June 10th, 2023. To find out more about these events, go to vcfed.org. Alright, it is 7:59 a.m., technically just before the floodgates open, at the VCF East Swap Meet. But there's a bunch of buyers already here. That's the line of buyers. Sorry for the shaky cam. Got some food here by the fire trucks. And we're just gonna take a quick browse around and see what the heck is going on here. I'm never here early, so take advantage of it. See some Macs down there.
Oh yeah, because this thing makes
Sun.
this video. Oh, yeah. Still has a separate
it has a boomer on it.
Yep.
Wow.
That's cool.
A bunch of Macs here. Hey, I know you.
Oh, hi. How are you?
I was like, there's a bunch of Macs here. Here's Brian. Here's a bunch of stuff that I just bought. I'll show you later, maybe. I don't know.
And there's plenty more still.
Oh, yeah. Look at this. Ooh, we got titanium power book.
Yep.
Nice. We got some nice screens. Oh, boy.
I've also got a list of stuff for later. So,
Sweet. Sounds great.
So,
all right, we'll see you. Thank
see
you.
you later.
Yes.
Oh, you poor Apple Vision. Hey, how's it going? It's cheaper than the VR display. Apple Vision
right
VR.
now, it's cheaper than pretty much anything here. I would let anybody who wants this walk with it. It's so heavy, I don't want to take it back.
It's nice, but okay. What's wrong with it? Oh, at all?
Nope.
Oh, that's great.
Actually.
Even in non-working condition, this was tempting because I've never seen the 17-inch model in person before. But there was a lot of things here, everything from a Mac 2 to a Quadra to tons of G3s and G4s. All I wanted to do was take a quick tour video, but I ended up buying things. Oops. This little 3.5-inch Apple floppy drive on the right there was tempting, but I forgot to pick it up and somebody else grabbed it. That Mac Plus at the front here was $120 or best offer, and considering it came with the keyboard and the mouse, I'd say that's a pretty darn good deal. Moving on over here, there was an Intel iMac. There seemed to be quite a few of these during the show, and a bunch of Dell laptops and other thingamajigs. I'm not going to pretend to know everything here. But it was cool just to see the variety of items. There's a Texas Instruments computer here, some toys, and a oscilloscope looking thing. And almost getting run over by this car because of my own stupidity, we walk over to this aisle. Now this table was very, very dangerous. I ended up purchasing a bunch from here. You could see there's a bunch of Apple LCDs and CRTs, there's some Mac SEs and compact Macs there, a bunch of other rare computers as well. And that iMac I just passed by, yeah, let's take another swing back and see what that was, because it looks like it is a Blue Dalmatian. I didn't have one of those. Tempting. Trying not to get distracted, I moved on, but I apologize for the quick pace here. I was a little excited just trying to get a capture of everything before things started selling. There was a nice Apple 2GS here and an IBM Pro printer, as well as a power computing desktop, but nothing I really needed. Moving along, there was a Power Mac 7200, along with a Mac Pro and some gateway paraphernalia. Waving to some friends here and passing a cool antique radio, and moving along to see what else there is on display. Passing by, this gentleman had an Image Writer 2 for $25 and a bunch of Apple II stuff. I went back to speak to them a little bit later. This person here had a TRS-80 Model 100 portable computer with the box, so that was pretty neat. And here we have some printers and scanners and laptops and displays and cables, oh my. This individual had a Mac Plus with a hard drive for $400 or $450, which was hard to compete with the other seller who had one for $120. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Look at this gentleman who's now forever part of this video. He didn't plan on this, but now that's what's happening. That's the great thing about these events. You always bump into people. That was my friend Ian, and he was talking about a G4 Cube that he saw for sale, which was pretty cool. There's a boxed iMac here. I've never seen a G4 iMac in the box for like 2 decades. What I didn't notice was that the box was for sale for $5. And I would have picked that up if I noticed that, but maybe it's for the best. I have enough boxes in my basement. This seller had a plethora of items ranging from Apple II stuff to PowerPC Macintosh computers to IBM and other things. So it was neat to dig in this pile. I got one or two things here for my friend Mike of Mike's Mac Shack, aka Mike's Mess. And there was that eMac there, which, oh, poor little eMac. I ended up buying some manuals from this individual. I was going to grab one of those Apple IIgs style keyboards, but the price was $80, so I decided to pass on that. Over here I see an Apple IIc with the monitor and a little portable TV with a Macintosh 2SI and a PC. This person had a bunch of boxed Apple IIgs stuff. I didn't even bother asking for the prices because I knew they were going to be too rich for me. But maybe this mustard colored Performa 550 would have been in my price range. Hey, that compact PC looks like mine.
I also have 7 more.
I was tempted to stop at every booth and look at things in detail, but I wanted to capture everything as it was when the show opened, so I would have to circle back for things later on. I should have stopped by earlier with this individual who had some floppy disks. They had some boxed Apple branded disks that I did not see at this moment, but somebody else picked them up before I got the chance to. But I did get a chance to rummage through them later on and picked up some goodies. This individual had a neat IBM PS2 system. They wanted $100 for that and a little more for the monitor and some accessories. And look at that huge hard drive on the back. That's pretty darn cool. This person had a lot of old internet appliance type stuff and some hard drives, which was pretty cool. I ended up picking up a weird software ADB dongle from my fellow Java enthusiast here.
We actually need what's inside them. They just want to put it on their mantle.
My friend Mike here always has so much cool stuff. He had a beautiful little Sony Trinitron there that my friend Ian picked up. He also had a Sony Palm Pilot and some compact flash cards that I ended up purchasing from him later on as well. He also had this TRS portable machine here with this beautiful matching cassette drive.
Hey, how's it going?
So that it will work inside.
I even missed this Apple hard drive at the bottom of the frame here. That would have been cool to pick up. Here's the free pile. You can see some of the printers and scanners I left here. Thankfully, somebody did take one of the printers, but unfortunately, they didn't take anything else, and I had to bring all of it home. This is some gentleman's printers he was very much tempting me with. They were both free, but I had to say no, because he's a temptress.
He said no so far.
Somehow, John twisted my arm, and Tom didn't help either. I ran into my friend Ian again, who had a very battle-damaged IBM tower. And what do you call this lovely system?
This is the Piss 2.
It's only some minor corrosion. That'll buff right out.
The Piss 2 Model 50.
Oh, yeah.
10% of it.
And all of that foam, that's just snacks to eat while you're messing
If
with
you want anything, feel free to make an offer.
it. Well, good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Diseases in it.
Oh my god, it's the Mr. Retro. Mr. Retro, Mr. Retro, can I have an autograph?
You need me to calculate anything? I calculate something.
75 divided by 100.
Siri! 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 She's not listening.
You stare directly into the sun. You lost a key on your keyboard.
Yeah. Did I?
Retrace all of your steps.
Hold on. I'm still 92% battery on this thing.
Well, you're not running a display. By the end of the day, there were a few printers by the free pile. I ended up saving that image writer because I felt sorry for it. And then Mike wanted that IBM printer, so I picked that up for him. Then there was this C-Ito, or however you pronounce it, printer, which Apple cloned later on for one of their own models. Thankfully, somebody else grabbed this, so I didn't have to save it. So a few hours later and a little bit of sunburn, I went home with, well, too much stuff, as always. Here's what I ended up going home with. I ended up taking home that Blue Dalmatian iMac. The seller made me an offer with a number of PowerBooks that I just could not pass up, including a PowerBook 1400, this 17-inch PowerBook, and this beautiful 1 GHz titanium PowerBook. This was the same seller with a bunch of Apple displays and a bunch of desktops as well. My friend Brian was selling this stack of PowerBook parts, so I purchased those from him. He was also selling this car adapter for the PowerBook 500 series. Thank you to Sean for using some of his AR bucks to buy that for me. And yes, that very sad-looking Apple Vision 17-inch display went home with me, where it will sit on the bottom of my garage shelf, weighing things down with its other broken CRT friends. I ended up buying a bunch of software and accessories from my friend Mike here, including a lot of Apple educational discs that I have not seen before. Don't worry, I'll be archiving these sometime soon. I also ended up grabbing a few of these FWB hard drive enclosures. Since I had one extra, I sold one to my friend Tom at 4 times the price. My friend and fellow Mac geek Saul also donated a few Power Macs to the basement, so thank you very much for that kind donation. I'd also like to thank my pal Noah, who was able to take some of the e-waste, treasures off of my hands for me. So all in all, it was a pretty amazing swap meet. It was great to see some of my friends again and geek out with them about old computers. Thanks again to VCF for putting on this event. To find out when the next event like this will be, check out www.vcfed.org. But that's about it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you right here next time on Mac 84.